UK rapper Digga D, who is part of the Ladbroke Grove bass group CGM, listened intently via videolink from a small back room in H&P Wormwood, where he has spent the last 10 months on remand. Judge Simon Hurst had reached a verdict after 2 days of evidence had been submitted to the court. As part of the evidence submitted in the trial was a video found on Digga D's mobile phone where he had complained about the quality of the weed he had purchased. Also, excess amounts of photos of Digga D handling wads of money and wearing expensive jewellery. Now, Digga D's solicitor pointed out that Digga D's earnings at the time of his arrest was £3 million. Let that sink in. Ultimately, the 24-year-old rapper was made an example of because he was jailed for 3 years and 11 months for supplying offences. At Lincoln Crown Court, 24-year-old Digga D, real name Rhys Herbert, had pled guilty last May to importing 3.6 kg of weed in June and July of 2023 and a further charge of supplying. However, Digga D and his defence team had attempted to tone down the significance of the crime and they wanted the prosecution to accept the plea. However, they didn't, because according to the prosecution, they had claimed that the CGM rapper had actually imported an estimated nearly 60 kg worth of weed and it was for financial gain. The prosecution tried to claim that the rapper was a dealer on a commercial scale. Now, Judge Simon Hurst agreed, of course. Now, that was to be expected. Now, Digga D knew there was a high probability that he was going to be jailed. All in all, Digga D was probably hoping that he could be freed on time served. But when the Judge Simon Hurst spoke and says, "I am satisfied so that I am sure first," Mr. Rhys Herbert was involved in the supply of weed over a period of at least 7 months, from about January 2023 to July 2023. Second, the amount of weed which came into possession of Mr. Rhys Herbert was at least 50.65 kilos, and I am satisfied that Mr. Herbert had played a significant role in the selling of weed for commercial profit. Now remember, Digga D was famously arrested after police raided his Lincoln home in Bracebridge Heath near Lincoln on February 21st of 2024 while he was on Insta Live. Now, regardless of the fact that Digga D is a successful young rapper that has probably bettered his life, it did not help the fact that Digga D's genre is drill, and he has 6 previous convictions for 13 separate offences that included having an item, violent disorder for which he had previously been jailed for 30 months as well. In court, Digga D did admit to using weed from the age of 12 and he says that it had helped with his migraines. He also explained that he brought it in bulk because it was cheaper. Now furthermore, kilos had been purchased to help with a music video for one of his songs. Now Digga D also explained that he was not in the business of selling it on, it was for his own personal use. Now the judge also received letters from his mum and aunt expressing Digga D's remorse, so much so that he now turned to religion. And while he's been in jail, he has been an avid reader of the Bible, every day in fact. Again, Digga D was jailed for 3 years and 11 months for supplying. Does the crime match the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe.